All right, let's talk about something that could completely change how you think about your dental health forever. And, it all kicks off with a really, really common problem.
So you've seen it, right? You're brushing your teeth, you spit, and you see that little bit of pink in the sink. The immediate thought is, oh, it's just gingivitis, I need to floss more. But what if the real cause is something alive?
That's not from a sci-fi movie. That's a direct quote from a Canadian dentist who's been looking where almost nobody else has been looking. He's basically saying that for a lot of people, bleeding gums aren't just a sign of a little inflammation. They're a sign of a full-on invasion. So let's take a look through his microscope.
Okay, so our story really starts with this guy, Dr. Mark Bonner. He's a dentist with over 45 years of experience, and he specializes in periodontitis, that's severe gum disease. But he has a method that makes him totally different from pretty much all of his colleagues.
See, he doesn't just poke around and look with his eyes. No, he actually takes a little sample of the gunk from under the gum line, puts it on a slide, and looks at it under a powerful laboratory microscope. And for the past 30 years, what he's been seeing is, it's consistent, and frankly, it's shocking.
Get this. According to his decades of observation, in 100%, not 99, 100% of active gum disease cases, he finds the exact same thing: living, moving parasites. We're not talking about bacteria here. We're talking about single-celled organisms that are literally eating your gum tissue.
So what about the flip side? What does he find in a mouth that's perfectly healthy? Zero. Absolutely none. The connection here seems almost too simple to be true. Where you have the disease, you have the parasites. Where you don't have the parasites, you don't have the disease. You'd think this is some kind of brand new Nobel Prize-winning discovery, right? Well, not even close.
Yeah, this whole idea isn't some fringe new theory. The proof has actually been hiding in plain sight for a very, very long time.
This is the part that's just wild. We've known about this stuff for ages. These parasites were first spotted way back in 1849. By 1914, science had officially linked them to gum disease. And get this, by 1925, the American Dental Association's own journal was publishing articles teaching dentists how to treat them. The whole thing was confirmed again in 1981, a 100% correlation. So let me ask you, when was the last time your dentist brought up parasites?
Now this brings us to that excuse we hear all the time. Oh, it's just hereditary. Bad gums run in my family. Well, Dr. Bonner has a pretty great comeback for that. If gum disease were genetic, dentists and hygienists, the people who are absolutely meticulous about their oral hygiene, they should get it at the same rate as everybody else, right? About 50% of people over 40. But they don't. Their rate is less than 1%. It's not about your genes. It's about what's living in your mouth.
So who are these little invaders exactly? Dr. Bonner's work points to two main bad guys. Let's meet the suspects.
All right, on the left, you've got Entomoeba gingivalis. It's an amoeba, so it moves by stretching out these little arms, and its favorite food is the nucleus of your white blood cells. The very cells your body sends to fight the infection in the first place. And on the right, you have Trichomonas tenax. It's a whole other beast. It has a little tail, so it can actually swim through your tissues. Both of them create inflammation, and then they feed on it. It's this perfect, awful, destructive cycle.
Okay, so if the actual problem is parasites, then the solution shouldn't be to just scrape away the damage every 6 months. The solution should be to get rid of the cause. And this is where Dr. Bonner's approach gets really revolutionary.
His protocol is, it's almost shockingly simple. No surgery, no expensive drugs. It's all about killing the parasites using a very specific and precise application of super low concentration hydrogen peroxide and salted baking soda. Now, it's not a quick fix. You have to be super disciplined about it for several months. The entire goal is total eradication.
So the big question, does it work? Well, the numbers kind of speak for themselves. According to the data he cites from over 1,500 practitioners he's trained, the success rate is just astounding. Traditional deep cleanings, scaling and root planing, the success rate for closing up those deep gum pockets is somewhere between 5 and 19%. His method? 95 to 100%. That's a game changer.
Which brings us to the obvious multi-billion-dollar question. If this thing is so effective and the science is so old, why isn't this the standard of care in every single dental office on the planet?
The source we looked at suggests two big reasons. First, there's a practical one. Using a microscope, finding these things, and knowing what you're looking at takes time and special training that just isn't part of regular dental school. But the second reason, it's a bit more uncomfortable. It's the economic model. The business of dentistry is built on repair and maintenance, not necessarily cures. Think about it. A patient who's permanently cured with cheap stuff like baking soda and peroxide isn't very profitable compared to someone who needs repeat cleaning, surgeries, and eventually implants.
So, the next time you see that blood, maybe don't just write it off as normal or a sign you're getting older. Try to see it for what it could be. A distress signal from your immune system telling you that it's in the middle of a battle against actual invaders.
And really, that's what it all comes down to. With this knowledge, that common sight takes on a totally new meaning. It's not just a symptom anymore, it's a call to action. So the real question is it just normal, or is it a sign of a fight you can actually win?